Hey guys, welcome back. I just want to put a friendly reminder out there to never date a liberal. Man or woman, any other trans whatevers exist. Don't date them. What else would you expect from a liberal other than to be completely needy and dependent and just completely overly sensitive? Don't date them. Save yourself the trouble. A lot has happened as far as AOC goes, and her reputation should be smeared. It should be ruined. But is it really? I literally saw a video today titled, "Why I Don't Care That AOC Lied." Is that really where some people's mindset is at? Is that really how some people are thinking right now? So on AOC's cute little live stream she did the other day, she brought up being a victim to the Capitol riots and also suddenly being a sexual assault victim.
I'm a survivor of sexual assault. And I haven't told many people that in my life.
She felt the need, she felt completely compelled to put that information out into the world while talking about that. Not a rape victim, no, sexual assault, which I feel a lot of ways about that. Sexual assault is such a broad spectrum, but based on the fact that most of what she said in that live stream was complete bullshit, I think it's safe to say that might be too. I'm going to be incredibly critical of it because she lied about practically everything. She made up a whole ass story about what happened to her on January 6th, and it turned out to be completely untrue.
I jump into my bathroom and I close the door and I just keep hearing bang, bang, bang. I open the door when all of a sudden I hear that whoever was trying to get inside got into my office. And I just hear, "Where is she? Where is she?" And this was the moment where I thought everything was over.
Now, I'm not going to try to discredit the fact that she may very well be a sexual assault victim, but I find it very interesting that this is the time she chose to put that out there. In the midst of this ginormous lie she fucking put out to the world, she puts that out there. So I think most people should be and would be critical of her claims in that live stream.
People are just trying to tell us it's not a big deal. And they're trying to say, you're making too big a deal over it. Or, my favorite, this past week, Ted Cruz and now Representatives Chip Roy and, oh, by the way, some of the other representatives who actually encouraged people to threaten members of Congress or tweeted out the location of the speaker are now telling me to apologize for saying and speaking truth to what happened. The reason I say this and the reason I'm getting emotional in this moment is because these folks who tell us to move on, that it's not a big deal, that we should forget what's happened, or even telling us to apologize, these are the same tactics of abusers.
If you close your eyes and just listen to her voice, you will find yourself on the brink of killing yourself. There's no way there's anybody who actually enjoys the sound of her voice. It's very similar to Miley Cyrus in the way that it's just unbearable. Not necessarily the tone or anything like that, just the complete unbearableness.
But when we go through trauma compounds on each other.
How embarrassing is that? To literally cry on camera about being a victim of something that never happened to you. South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace is, I believe, the initial one who came out and said that she works 2 doors over from AOC and that rioters never got that far.
This is the complex here. This is the Capitol building. You have to go underground through a trolley system, more than likely, because people are not walking over here. You're going through the trolley system to get over here, and then you can go into these buildings here. This is where you see politicians walking back and forth and arguing and fighting with each other. So you can't just go here unless you somehow travel this way. But the Capitol building was where the problem was at. This is where they were holding the vote at. This is where people were having an issue and trying to break in. And some of them did. AOC made clear she didn't know who was at the door. Breathless attempt by the media to fan fictitious news. Flames are dangerous. Okay? My office is 2 doors down. That's what she said. My office is 2 doors down. Insurrectionists never stormed our hallways. They never stormed the hallways. They didn't come.
She explained the tunnel system between the buildings. It was not near the center of the chaos. And apparently there's a tunnel that takes about 7 to 10 minutes to walk.
And the Capitol Police were there to protect us, because the only thing protecting us between us and the violent rioters at the Capitol Dome, which is a 7 to 10 minute walk away, and the tunnels under the Capitol, quite far actually, were the Capitol Police. So they were there to protect us and evacuate us. There were 2 threats, one at the Democratic headquarters and one at the Republican headquarters. There were 2 pipe bombs discovered there that day. And thank goodness our police were there to protect us, and they were there to evacuate us not once but twice that afternoon.
And she's not even trying to discredit AOC's feelings towards it, how scared she was.
Then I was stuck under the tunnels. I mean, this was a traumatic experience, and I'm not going to discount that for anyone that lived through that day. It was a very harrowing experience. But we have to separate fact from fiction. And the facts are there was no violent mob in the hallways. The folks who were there to riot weren't in the Cannon office building. And so we have to be very clear and not exaggerate this experience or take advantage of it and politicize it in any way, shape, or form. And that was my entire point, is just to be truthful about it.
I guess it did come out later that some of the rioters did find out that they were in the tunnel and trying to find out a way to get in there. But she does not want the truth and this fucking ridiculous story that AOC told to get misconstrued. She doesn't want things that didn't actually happen to be considered history. And I think that's logical. Sounds good to me. Isn't it kind of sketchy to have a congresswoman who makes up a whole ass story of her basically being attacked, putting it out to the world like it's fact, crying, getting emotional over it? Doesn't that make you a little bit worried? Is she okay? Should she be in office? That seems a little unhinged to me. Maybe she doesn't even mean to be this stupid and crazy. Maybe it's just who she is. Maybe she just needs some help. AOC is completely unhinged, and I think she needs to be looked into mentally. Because I don't even think she thinks she's lying. That's what's most concerning to me. Tell me your thoughts below. Let me know what you think. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.